Welcome to Tamsy Fae's realm. My name is Nightbot. Tamsy Fae will be arriving soon, but in the meantime I would like to introduce you to myself and to the channel. I will be your bot host in the chat. I maintain the list and provide other information. I will be arriving in the chat soon. If you have any questions that I am not programmed to answer, please ask Moonbeam or other moderators. Please don't join until the 55-minute mark, for example 6:55. I cannot add you to the list until this time. Tamsy Fae does not do political, specific timing, medical, fertility, or legal questions that require a qualified professional. Tamsy only provides spiritual guidance. Now please have a seat, relax, and I will tell you about Tamsy Fae's stream. How do you join the list? To join the list, type !join followed by your question. Please provide a question when you join, otherwise I will not be able to add you. If there is space in our free list you will be added when you join. If there is no space you will be seated in the lounge. When spots become available, people are randomly chosen from the lounge and placed on the free list. In other words, the lounge is a waiting list. Being placed in the lounge does not guarantee you will have a reading. Thank you for understanding. To check your position, type !position and you will either be given your position in the free list, told you are still in the lounge, or that you are not in either. Your position number will change, normally decreasing as Tamsy does her readings. However, your position may increase if there is a donation or someone requests a theme reading, as theme readings get advanced to the front of the free list. If you would like to leave the free list, please type !leave. If you miss your reading on the stream, type !timestamp or !timestamps to find out when your reading took place in the stream. You may skip the free list with a super chat or PayPal donation of a minimum of $3 plus Canadian. To keep things fair, Tamsy may limit how many times someone can use a super chat in a stream, but you are always welcome to book a private reading with Tamsy. You can book a private reading by email or through Tamsy's website. You can find the links on her about page or in the chat. While you are waiting for your reading, make yourself comfy and ask me, Nightbot, questions. Here is how to ask me questions. !magical, see how magical you are. !8ball, for the magic 8-ball answer. !oracle for an oracle message. !fortune, to get a fortune. !horoscope, for today's horoscope. !card to draw a tarot card and get info about its meaning. !list to see who is on the free list and who is in the lounge. !position to get your current position. I will occasionally provide information about other services available in the chat. Tamsy Fae is an intuitive mystic energy reader. Enjoy her fairy moon readings and more. Tamsy uses tarot cards to pick up your energy or the energies around your situation and connect with the spirits, Fae, and the universe to bring out profound inner truths we dare not tell ourselves with love, kindness, and humor. The cards may bring up deep hidden emotions. Readings are never 100% accurate, and roles may be reversed. Take what is yours and leave the rest. Some energies or emotions may take time to settle. And here are some photos of Ms. Beastie, Mr. Lucky Pug, and Miss Floppy. Tamsy should be arriving soon. Welcome to Tamsy Fae's realm. My name is Nightbot. Tamsy Fae will be arriving soon, but in the meantime I would like to introduce you to myself and to the channel. I will be your bot host in the chat. I maintain the list and provide other information. I will be arriving in the chat soon. If you have any questions that I am not programmed to answer, please ask Moonbeam or other moderators. Please don't join until the 55-minute mark, for example 6:55. I cannot add you to the list until this time. Tamsy Fae does not do political, specific timing, medical, fertility, or legal questions that require a qualified professional. Tamsy only provides spiritual guidance. Now please have a seat, relax, and I will tell you about Tamsy Fae's stream. How do you join the list? To join the list, type !join followed by your question. Please provide a question when you join, otherwise I will not be able to add you. If there is space in our free list you will be added when you join. If there is no space you will be seated in the lounge. When spots become available, people are randomly chosen from the lounge and placed on the free list. In other words, the lounge is a waiting list. Being placed in the lounge does not guarantee you will have a reading. Thank you for understanding. To check your position, type !position and you will either be given your position in the free list, told you are still in the lounge, or that you are not in either. Your position number will change, normally decreasing as Tamsy does her readings. However, your position may increase if there is a donation or someone requests a theme reading, as theme readings get advanced to the front of the free list. If you would like to leave the free list, please type !leave. If you miss your reading on the stream, type !timestamp or !timestamps to find out when your reading took place in the stream. You may skip the free list with a super chat or PayPal donation of a minimum of $3 plus Canadian. To keep things fair, Tamsy may limit how many times someone can use a super chat in a stream, but you are always welcome to book a private reading with Tamsy. You can book a private reading by email or through Tamsy's website. You can find the links on her about page or in the chat. While you are waiting for your reading, make yourself comfy and ask me, Nightbot, questions. Here is how to ask me questions. !magical, see how magical you are. !8 ball, for the magic 8 ball answer. !oracle for an oracle message. !fortune, to get a fortune. !horoscope, for today's horoscope. !card to draw a tarot card and get info about its meaning. !list to see who is on the free list and who is in the lounge. !position to get your current position. I will occasionally provide information about other services available in the chat. Tamsy Fae is an intuitive mystic energy reader. Enjoy her fairy moon readings and more. Tamsy uses tarot cards to pick up your energy or the energies around your situation and connect with the spirits, Fae, and the universe to bring out profound inner truths we dare not tell ourselves with love, kindness, and humor. The cards may bring up deep hidden emotions. Readings are never
Hello everyone, welcome. How's it going? Hi Mr. Maurice, welcome. Hi Bernadette, hi Dee. How's everyone tonight? Welcome. Maybe the Mr. Maurice's question get added to the list. Oh yes, it is. Moonbeam says your question is on the list. That is great. Hello everyone. I do have pendulum readings tonight if anyone wants a pendulum a reading, but also just screen so we get started since you all know how this works. Dee. See for Dee. How will Dee's channel be like in September? How will Dee's channel be like in September? Hi Alice. Hi Ellen. How are you doing? How will Dee's channel be like in September? How will Dee's channel be like in September? Ooh, okay, not too bad. I mean, there's gonna be some ups and downs, but you know, it's gonna have a good start to September with the Ace of Wands. Some new connections, some new initiatives, new ideas, new sparks of creativity. I can feel that for you for sure. The Eight of Wands, it may start off slowly, but good, right? Or maybe it's gonna start off slowly, but end with a bang kind of thing. So that's always good. Five of Wands is in the dark, so I feel like you're going to be overcoming some challenges. You're going to feel more competitive, maybe with other people who do similar channels as you. Judgment, there's always judgment, but the judgment's in the dark, right? So you don't pay attention to that sort of thing. Any type of comments are good comments, right? Because it boosts your algorithm. If the trolls know it or not, they're helping you out. For the Eight of Cups in the dark, you know, I feel like you're going to stick with it. You're not going to give up on it. You're going to be consistent in your work, or at least attempt to as much as you can as possible. And yeah, it seems to be a good spark of something kind of trying to come through. Some new ideas, new passions. I don't know. That's what I got though. No, Bernadette. Dee was the first one. No one missed their turn. You're welcome, Dee. Mr. Maurice. What do the cards see coming towards Mr. Maurice at the end of the month in general? You mean the end of August, right? Let's see. What's coming towards Mr. Maurice by the end of August, beginning of September? Let's see what's going on here for Mr. Maurice. What does Mr. Maurice need to know about what's coming towards Mr. Maurice by the end of the month of August, going into September? There we go. The Chariot, you're moving forward. Oh man, for the Chariot and Light, I do feel the energy of you moving forward. You know, maybe moving past any conflicts or any changes or challenges that you may have been facing previously. I feel like you may get some answers or some clarity or some sort of understanding, if that makes any sense. You have the Three of Pentacles in the dark. So I feel like there's still like an imbalance going on in the workplace. Maybe it's just a matter of feeling overwhelmed. Maybe it's just poor cooperation in the workplace or around that area. But you do have Justice, so I feel like it's a matter of you standing by your word, you taking accountability, which I feel like you do, because I feel like things are going to start to play out fairly. Or you may still get, or you may get some more clarity of what may be confusing you or challenging you before it may make more sense moving forward through this. End of the week, end of the month situation. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, so I feel like you're going to be able to see by the end of the week the progress that you have made and some of the successes that have been coming through despite all the challenges here. Your temperance is on point, right? Your mind, heart, and soul is in the right place. I feel like you've been patient. I feel like your patience are going to pay off. You know that. Take careful consideration, I feel like, as well, with what your next steps and what your next moves are moving forward. You can clarify on some of that. What's coming through for the temperance with taking some careful consideration energy? The Wheel of Fortune. So luck, Tommy, Desi's on your side. You're going through the cycles, right? I feel like things may be coming. More things may be changing, but I feel like they're going to be changing in your favor this time with the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune. The King of Pentacles, maybe it's the boss being a little bit of a butt cheek, you know? The boss may be, I don't know. Or someone in your workplace may just have a few choice of words that you could just ignore, right? In one ear, out the other. I don't know, but you do have the Ace of Cups, so I feel like you have an overpouring of love and support around you that seems to be shining really bright. I feel like your angels or spirit guides are also with you. Well, that is what I got. You know, I feel like you're going to get some answers, some clarity. Things may still be a little bit challenging. But I feel like you got this, right? You got this. I feel like your mind, heart, and soul is in the right place. All seems good. Feel free to ask more questions, Mr. Maurice. I also have a pendulum for a yes or no question. Bernadette, current energy for Bernadette. What does Bernadette need to know about her current energy right now? What does Bernadette need to know about her current energy right now? What does Bernadette need to know about her current energy right now? What does Bernadette need to know about her current energy right now? Ooh, the Three of Cups. It's time for a girls' night out. Have some fun. Party time, right? I can feel that for you. Three of Cups, right? That night out, having fun, socializing, have a little bit of fun times, right? Queen of Swords, whatever it is, I feel like you're more self-resilient, more wise, more focused on your independence and all that clear-minded energy that you have going on. The Ace of Pentacles, I feel there's going to be some new beginnings, new possibilities, new growth of some sorts coming through. Definitely some potential. The Two of Cups. Maybe romance is brewing as well. Right? We picked up some romance in the last time we did a reading for you too, right? That connection, that love, that passion, that attraction. Cooperating or being more on the same page a little bit as well. The Four of Pentacles is in the light. So I feel like it's you being more possessive of your energy and your time and what that sort of thing means. Oh yeah, that's hard. You know, sometimes you don't have to go out and party to have a good time. It's just a matter of having some fun, right? Yeah, I feel that for you. But it seems like there's gonna be some romance bursting one way or another. It's gonna come through. You know, the universe has its own divine timing. But that is what I got in your current energy. Like there's a lot of good things coming through. They're all in the light. They're all good cards here. You know, speak your truth, clear your mind, and do what you gotta do. That's what I got. Being possessive of your time and energy. I feel that. Hi, Miss Moonlight. How are you? Welcome. Alice, what's going on in Alice's energy right now with RJ? How does RJ think reaching after our breakup yesterday? Ooh, that sucks. How does RJ feel think and reacting after the breakup yesterday for Alice? See, what are RJ's feelings right now? What are RJ's feelings right now? What are RJ's feelings right now? What are RJ's thoughts right now? What are RJ's thoughts right now? What are RJ's thoughts right now? How is RJ reacting after the breakup yesterday with Alice? Oh man, he's not very happy though. The Ten of Cups is in the dark. So I feel he feels broken, you know, broken that ties with you, broken that connection. I feel like they feel not good about it. Yeah, I just feel like there's this energy of them feeling disconnected, but maybe they've been feeling disconnected for a while. But I feel like there's another energy that's kind of like influencing his mind right now, and that's kind of affecting how he's feeling with his heart. That's causing a lot of confusion, uncertainty going on. There is a star in the dark as well, so I feel like there's this energy of like not knowing what's next after this, right? This sense of disappointment and numbness it seems to be coming through as well. For their thoughts, the Eight of Wands is in the dark, so I feel like they're not good. They don't have a lot of thoughts going on in their mind right now. I just feel like they're kind of feeling numb, so things are slowing down. They lost that sense of motivation, even though they do have a new sense of clarity. So even though, you know, there's a lot of things going on, I do have this new sense of clarity. I feel like they are more focused on whatever the truth is between the breakup and whatever that is. I feel like they do know why it happened and all that sort of thing. The Three of Wands is in the dark for how they're reacting. I feel like they're just avoiding everyone right now. They're not wanting to talk about it or connect or socialize with anyone right now. King Wands is also in the dark. So, yeah. I feel like RJ would be like at a verge of like burnout because I feel like there's a lot of negative thoughts going on in his mind right now that are not good. Yeah, he's kind of like lost that spark or lost, I don't know, something within him that's troubling him, it seems. That's what I got. You're welcome, Alice. Hi, Alan. What? Oops. All the cards are going a little crazy. For Ellen, what is this week going to be like for Ellen? What is this week going to be like for Ellen? What is this week going to be like for Ellen? What is this week going to be like for Ellen? Ooh, King of Wands and there. Oh, I'm gonna get some old energy. I'm gonna shuffle again to make sure that's right. What's going on this week for Ellen? Spirit guys, yes, it's their dangers or fate that know what's going on and Ellen's energy for the week. What's coming up this week for Ellen? Ooh, 9 cups. Making dreams happen, so that's good, right? Oh man, there's gonna be some challenges to face this week for sure, right? The moon is in the dark. So I feel like there's some sleepless nights or just being up thinking about things maybe a little bit too much. But I feel like whatever the situation is, it may not be as clear as you think it is, or you may change your perspective of what you originally thought of something or other. The Ace of Pentacles is in the dark, so I feel like there's going to be either some, I don't want to say disappointments, like delays or a change of some sorts, or a stalling of something beginning. With the Ace of Pentacles, I just feel a sense of not really like missing the chance, but kind of like some obstacles to overcome before you can get done what you need to get done. For the Two of Cups, too, a little bit of that imbalance between you and someone else. I'm not quite sure if it's just a one-sided thing where there has one opinion, you have a different opinion. Trying to get it both opinions on the same page may be difficult this week, but overall, you're gonna have a good week because you have the 9 of Cups, right? That sense of fulfillment, that sense of having success, accomplishing some things that you want to accomplish during the week. You know, you may not be able to finish it all, but I feel like you're gonna have a good sense of where you stand by the end of the week with the world in the dark. Yeah, I just feel like there's a world of possibilities. It's just a matter of you choosing and deciding which ones you want to play and which ones you're gonna keep for another time. Let's just see. What else does Ellen need to know about this week? King of Swords and the Light. Oh man, I don't know if this King of Swords is gonna come towards you and try to make some moves because I feel this King of Swords is like, oh, should I make some bold moves towards Ellen or what should I do? Two of Swords. I feel like he's very indecisive about what his next moves are towards you, but I feel like he has a deep thought about it. You know, I feel like he's not gonna tell you his emotions. There's no feelings gonna be said here, but they have a lot of things on their mind about how this is gonna play out. Here's what I got. Culture, hello. General reading for culture. What does culture need to know right now? What does culture need to know right now? What does culture need to know right now? What's a culture? What does culture need to know right now? Oops, I'm losing all my cards, but these ones want to come out. So we're gonna keep them, eh? Maybe that was supposed to go there. What does culture need to know right now? For the Six of Pentacles in the light, I feel like there's a good balance going on, right? Getting things done, that sense of giving and receiving, that back and forth between you and others, and just being open to ideas. And I feel this energy. I don't know if it's you supporting or helping or mentoring someone, or someone doing that towards you, and the both of you, you know, having a good back and forth, whatever this discussion is. The Four of Cups is in the dark too, so I feel like there's an energy of you maybe revisiting some past ideas or past things that are going on, and seeing if there's anything that you can bring back to life and now moving forward as well. And then with the Four of Pentacles, I feel this energy of you being more possessive of your energy and your time, and the things that you do have control over, and being more mindful of those things, because I feel this sense of you being more focused on a sense of stability and a sense of control of what the things you can control right now with. Your Seven of Wands is in the dark, so I feel like there's a little bit of frustration and some impatience coming through, even though you're trying to redirect your focus right now, or your energy is trying, or the universe is trying to redirect your focus. Not quite sure how that's playing out for you, but I feel like it's a matter of you taking a step back, evaluating your situation, figuring out what your next long-term goals are, and how you can take some small steps in order to get to those long-term goals, right? The Three of Wands is suggesting to expand your vision, think outside the box, think about more than just tomorrow, think about, long-term, like next week, next month, next year, and figure out what you want to accomplish with that. Let's see what else does culture need to know right now. What else does culture need to know right now? Oh man, the Wheel of Fortune, luck, timing, destiny may be not on your side right now. You do have the King of Pentacles. So I think it's really important for you to right now is to think about, like, work-wise, financial-wise, education, whatever that is for you, what you want to establish moving forward. Because I feel like your energy right now is like really open to pushing you to think about the long term of things. Ace of Cups, maybe not at the best time to spill your heart out to someone, or yeah, I think it's a matter of you listening to your inner wisdom, your logic, rather than emotions right now. That's just what I got. BC wants to join. Yes, BC often has things to say. Dee. General for Dee. Miss Moonlight, ask questions too. Miss Moonlight, I having you pendulum too, if anyone wants to try it out. Just got it yesterday from a witch at a farmer's market thing. Yes, I do. If anyone wants pendulum readings, I do have a new pendulum. If anyone wants to try it out, I don't know. Let's see. For Dee, what does Dee need to know right now? Yeah, it was really cool. We found a witch hiding in a corner, and yeah, he was just attracted to all her crows, but I found her pendulum, and that happened. Oh man. Let's see for Dee. What does Dee need to know right now? Lucky is coming to say hello. What does Dee need to know right now? There we go. I got your energy. Seven of Swords. What are you doing, Dee? Sneaking around in the shadows like that? Oh man, don't get caught. Whatever it is you're doing. Movie Mode says, "Don't get caught." He tells that to the kids all the time. He also tells the kids, whatever troubles you get into, just don't get caught. I don't know if that's good advice, but parenting advice, but that's what's coming through here with the Seven of Swords. Whatever you're planning, don't get caught. The chariot here, moving forward, overcoming these obstacles and these challenges, and you know, whatever past challenges or conflicts or things that you had before. I feel like you have a new sense of clarity on how to move forward because the universe is truly blessing you right now. So the universe is kind of like helping you not get caught here, it seems. I just feel the sense of you moving towards something better for you or more focused or more aligned with your energy and will get you more excited or enthusiastic about it too moving forward, right? The Queen of Wands, stepping to that hot, fiery, passionate, romantic, or creative energy. I feel that for you. I feel like it's just you realizing your truth and who you truly want to be and how you want to get it. The Four of Swords here, thinking clearly, have that mental clarity, even though there may be some overload on that. And you feel a little bit overwhelmed. I know things do take time to make sense sometimes, but I feel like you're on the right road in that direction. What else does DG need to know right now? What else does DG need to know right now? Oh, the Four of Swords in the dark. Yeah, the Four of Swords in the light, the Four of Swords in the dark. So I think it's really important for you to have that breakthrough of whatever's on your mind, releasing things that don't get there, and coming out of your shell, making some future plans. Two of Wands. Don't hesitate on your plans. Just do it. See what happens. That's what I got. Lucky, come here. Lucky. Oh, he's being a butt cheek. Relationship reading for Bernadette. What does Bernadette need to know right now? What does Bernadette need to know? What does Bernadette need to know about her relationship right now? We get a relationship reading. What's coming in love, romance, relationships. Romantic, okay, yeah. What's coming in love for Bernadette and romantic relationship? What love and romance is coming towards Bernadette? Oh man. Your Two of Cups was in the dark earlier too, right? The Page of Swords is in the dark. I feel like there's just some things that are lingering in your energy that's not done, not completed. He's driving you nuts. Pick you up. Yeah, I can feel that. The Page of Swords. There's just something there that's just not settled yet that the two of you seem to need to settle first. With the Page of Swords in the dark, I just feel the sense of getting on each other's nerves, mind games going on, or just a lot of scattered energy. Overall, it seems like you have the upper hand, though. You have the Nine of Cups in the light. So I feel like whatever you put your mind, heart, and soul to, whatever you want to set clear, I feel like it's now this time for you to set those boundaries and set things clear rather than going on this back and forth, not going anywhere, right? Two of Cups too, that deep, that imbalance, unhappiness, broken trust, and just not being 100% honest with each other, it seems. Or the King of Cups and light too, and you know this person is very, I don't know if it's your energy, Bernadette, but I just feel like one of you is being calm and just not saying anything when there's something that really needs to be said here. The Tower is in the dark as well, so it's kind of like trying to keep the tower together when the tower just wants to explode and cause disaster. So it's kind of like just blowing up the tower, get it done and over with so you can move on. It seems to be what needs to happen here. You know, never mind this whatever this is. It's gotta blow it up and, you know, start over and build from scratch. Let's see, what else does Bernadette need to know about this energy? What else Bernadette needs to know about this energy? Whatever it is, you're the one that's gotta blow it up, though. If you want this Nine of Cups energy, you're the one that's gotta blow it up. You gotta set the bomb and let it go. Let's see. Oh man, justice. Yeah, justice will pay off. The Empress, step up and be the Empress. Someone who is the one that's in control, the one that steps up, says what she gotta say, does what she wants to say, to make peace in her heart again, make peace in her energy. The Four of Pentacles is here too. Be more possessive of your time and energy and where you want to focus on that. Yeah. You're the one that's going to do something about this tower. If you don't like the tower, you gotta do what you want God to do about the tower. Yeah. That's a tough one. Lucky, come here. Lucky, come here. Come here. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Lucky was being a butt cheek. Oh man. Miss Moonlight for the week ahead. Let's see, what does Miss Moonlight need to know about the week ahead? What does Miss Moonlight need to know about the week ahead right now? What does Miss Moonlight need to know about the week ahead? Ooh, the King of Cups is in the dark. Nine of Cups is in the dark. We'll see if the King of Cups and the Nine of Cups was old lingering energy. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Nine of Swords is in the dark, the Hangman. I feel there's going to be some strange energy trying to come through for you, Miss Moonlight. You have the Nine of Cups in the dark, so things... I don't know if it's just like having... Not like broken dreams, but kind of like dreams that weren't as, or goals, or things that were not as satisfying or fulfilling as you thought they may have been. Or someone not supporting you or being more aligned with you as you thought they would or should be. Causing some stresses and just changing your perspective about that situation. I don't know if it's a situation or a person. Whatever it is, the Nine of Wands, I feel like you're going to be walking away from that and standing strong and going your own way or doing your own thing or accomplishing something else instead. The Three of Wands, I think it's just a matter of you focusing on the now rather than expanding your vision. I feel like it has to do with whatever that is supposed to be. The Seven of Swords is in the dark as well, so I feel like it's kind of like going back to the drawing board and be more strategic in your next plans. You resign from your second job. You love your full-time job. Oh, that is awesome. Maybe that's what that is. Let's see. What's going on with the Three of Wands and the Seven of Swords? Why is this here? The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. I don't know. If someone has a hots for you and you're like, eh, no, why? That's just not my thing. I don't know. The Knight of Wands, I really feel the sense of you really focusing on your independence and being strong and standing up for yourself. Whatever that is. It could be just you choosing what you want to do and work. The Seven of Swords be more strategic in that. But with the Queen of Wands in the dark, I feel like it's just a matter of, I don't know if it's an ego-driven thing or if it's just acting on impulses without making a plan before the next move side of thing. I don't know. Knight of Wands here, so things are going to pick up pace, right? Things are going to be moving forward. You're either going to be taking action, pursuing goals. I feel like there's something here that's hard for you to commit to completely, though. What is this energy for Miss Moonlight? What is this energy for Miss Moonlight? What is this energy going on for Miss Moonlight? Nine of Pentacles is in the dark. He was in the light. I don't know what happened here. Seems like there's some decisions you need to make. Are passionate for sleep. Oh man, well I feel like the sleep thing is not happening right now though. You're not even having the good dreams, so yeah, I don't know what that is about. You need to get some sleep. It will be soon. That is good. Hi Venus, how are you? Welcome. Nice 3-day weekend. Oh, that's always fun. For Alice, what is RJ's new sense of clarity about in our connection? What is RJ's new sense of clarity about in their relationship? Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae. Now RJ's new sense of clarity is about with the relationship with Alice. What are RJ's new sense of clarity about in their relationship with Alice? I am doing great, Venus. The Emperor. I feel like the new sense of clarity is that they know or they're acknowledging the fact that they were the one that led them to this situation, like led them to the breakup or whatever happened between the two of you. And they know that it's their fault that things have ended. And I feel like they do take full responsibility for that, even though they don't feel great about it. They still take full responsibility for it. The Five of Swords. You know, I feel like there was some tension brewing for a while, and they just know that they needed to be right, or they needed, I don't know, whatever they needed. They feel like they've gone and they won. The Two of Swords here, they may still be indecisive about a few things. Um, but I feel like they're also looking forward to a new beginning or a new what's next for them. That is what I got. Even though they're feeling not the best about the relationship, I feel like they have some sort of sense of relief that it's over. Because they're looking forward to a new journey, a new path, a new beginning, of some sorts. That is what I got. Ellen, hello. What will September 2025 be like for Ellen? 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 Her commute is 20 feet? Oh man, that is awesome. Can't go wrong with that. For Ellen, what will September be like for Ellen? Ooh, what is going on here? I feel like September is about you dealing with people. I feel like September is gonna be very people-y for you. Oh man. The Queen of Cups, I feel like someone's not gonna have your back. Like someone's not going to be emotionally balanced with you. They're just not gonna feel the same as you about something or other. That may interrupt your energy. The Emperor, they may have a few choice words about whatever's going on here. So I don't know if it's a matter of like you meeting someone, falling in love with them, and everyone else can't like picture the two of you together for whatever reason, or if it's some other situation that's kind of similar, where you're gonna feel like it's good for you, it's great for you, and all that sort of thing. Right? It's like, why, Ellen? No, like, why is this happening? Knight of Wands is in the dark too, and the High Priestess. So I don't know if it's just a matter of you going on a whim or something, just taking a chance on something. just to see how it plays out by just using purely your logic and your wisdom, not really putting a lot of thought into your feelings or your intuition, which, you know, sometimes you just gotta take a risk and see what happens, right? That's how we grow and learn and explore new things. What's going on with all of this energy here? The Empress is on dark. The Empress in the dark, I just feel like there's this energy of some sort of domestic issue. So I don't know if this is like a co-workers having some sort of dispute around you, or family, or what, just not saying things your way. I feel like that may hold you back because you may take their opinions into consideration or allow their opinions to get to you, and that may block you from moving forward in the pursuit that you want to pursue. So I don't know if this is you being the Knight of Cups and just following your heart and doing what you want to do, or if this is a person coming to your energy where they seem great, you connect well with them, everything is good, but everybody else seems to be against that idea. What does Ellen need to know about this energy? Because I don't know. What is going on here? What is this energy about? Is this an energy about some sort of conflict? Is this about a conflict? Two of Pentacles is yes, and you juggling your mind, what's going on, right? Juggling your opinions against theirs, trying to figure out what sticks and what doesn't with you. High Priestess. So I feel like the High Priestess turns around now. So once you figure out what it is you need to balance, I feel it's a matter of trusting your intuition, not relying solely on your logic, even though you do want to use some of that. And yeah, I feel like things are gonna be challenging with you and against other people. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be some people interrupting your energy. But I feel like there's a sense of you going through some new sense of growth or new sense of transformation, of like changing your perspective of what your next moves are. You know, sometimes September is like a new year, right? I always feel like September is a new year. Like there's new things, you know, people go back to school. You know, you close up summer, there's no more vacations, you get back to routine, you get back to, you know, not summer things anymore, and you have a new sense of clarity and a new sense of what you want to focus on. And I feel like that change of focus may disrupt everybody else's energy, even though it seems to be really good for your energy, though, Alan. It's good for your energy, it just may interrupt other people's energy around you. That makes sense? Yeah, I feel like it's a good energy for you. Other people, they just need to suck it up, right? Suck it up. They can just get over themselves. I don't know. Past life reading for Dee Dee. Yes, past life reading for Dee Dee. Let's see. Past life reading for Dee Dee. There we go. Past life reading for Dee Dee. What does Dee Dee need to know about her past life? I don't have the spread out though, but we're just gonna wing it. Let's see. What does Dee Dee need to know about her past life for reading? What does Dee Dee need to know about her past life? What does Dee Dee need to know about her past life? What does Dee Dee need to know about her past life right now? There we go. So for your past life, you had the Knight of Pentacles. For the Knight of Pentacles, I do feel like there's this energy of you following through, being cautious, not taking risks, doing one thing at a time, or just being focused on one thing at a time moving forward. I feel like that may be different now because now you're, I don't know. I was gonna say now that you're an Aries, but I don't know if you're an Aries. I just feel an Aries energy from you. So in your past life, I feel you were very loyal, very persistent in your energy, very routine oriented. You're really good with money. You're very hardworking. So I feel like in this life you were young or you passed away young. Even though I don't think you were too young, because I feel like you still experienced a good part of your life. For the King of Swords, I feel like you were judged harshly, but you were very stern, you were very fair in your energy. You could have been a teacher or learning to be a teacher, and that sort of thing. So I feel like you had a very clear mind. I feel like you weren't into any fantasy. You're very um logical and wise in that sort of energy. A Virgo, cool, yeah. Um I feel like Virgos and Aries are similar. They're very, very hardworking. You know, they put a lot of time and energy into work and not a lot of time into playtime. But for the Two of Cups and the Light, I feel like you fell in love, right? I feel that sense. You having heart, fell in love and had a family, or the beginnings of a family. I feel it was the beginnings of family. But I feel like you kind of passed away younger than you should have. Um, and then it says in your past life you had time for emotion. You had in your past life, you had time of emotional disconnect and introspection and possibility missed opportunities. This period of emotional withdrawal and reflection may be influenced by your current energies now. So I feel like maybe you're coming to the terms. You know, sometimes when we get to the terms of when we pass in our past life, we have fears of this happening again, even though it's not the same life. So, you know, it's a new world now, a lot more new medicines and that sort of thing now that maybe you've had back during this lifetime. Um, that are making you face some challenges right now. And this one is, um, you know, I feel like you during the short time that you did have a lot of success. You completed their purpose. So whatever you're supposed to do in that life, maybe that's why you passed early. You completed all your tasks early, so you fulfilled what you were supposed to fulfill. So I feel like that also helped you develop an intuitive abilities now, and maybe making you more spiritual, more creative, more imaginative than you were. Because I feel like before you were very stern, very structured, very, you know, going by the book sort of thing. Instead of now, you're being more open to thinking outside of the box, being more open to explore new things and be open to new ideas and trust your intuition and that sort of thing. So I feel like you've overcome a lot. So the challenges you have now maybe from your past life of feeling like there's no point because it's going to come to an end, but it's not. It's not. It's a new world, a new you, new thing. There's still lots to do here. You know, his reading, they're trying to make people live forever now. So, you know, there's that. Oh. Bernadette, what is my partner hiding from me? Let's see. For Bernadette, what does Bernadette need to know about her partner hiding something from her? What does Bernadette need to know from her partner hiding something from her? Very spirits, spirit guides, ancestors have any idea of what Bernadette's partner may be hiding from her right now? The devil's out the play. Not quite sure if it's you having some dark negative thoughts about the situation or what's going on there. Because the devil could also be being in a toxic relationship and and having a lot of trust issues. But I just feel the sense of having a lot of fears and feeling trapped and feeling like there's no way out of this energy. The magician's in the light. So I feel like whatever's going on, it seems like you have the upper hand. You have the power. For the Three of Cups in the dark, there just doesn't balance, right? Some drama between the two of you. Not quite sure what they're hiding. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. The Lovers, the imbalance between the two of you. Three of Wands is also in the dark. King of Wands. I think I said three of Wands, but the King of Wands in the dark. Three of Wands in the dark is kind of like stalling, waiting too long to decide what you want to do, how you want to move forward with this, and just being at a crossroads, just making that decision. Right? The Lovers in the dark is kind of like really being forced to make a life decision regarding your relationships. And the King of Wands is in the dark, so this is someone who is very impatient, very controlling, at the verge of a burnout, you know, having some issues here. Let's see what we can get for Bernadette. What messages, what advice or messages or guidance can we give to Bernadette or with this energy? Oh man. I feel like this energy, whatever's going on here, I feel like there could be a point where this may just resolve itself, and you may just, stick with it to see how it goes longer, rather than making the power move of doing what you feel you need to do. The Hangman, yeah, just kind of like sacrificing yourself for whatever this is, and kind of just hanging in there. What's the energy around Bernadette just hanging in there? What's the energy around Bernadette just hanging in there? Yeah, continuing with the imbalance, and I think overall you do share some good happy memories together though. Right? I feel like there's some mixed feelings going on, but there are some good happy memories. This King of Swords. Again, with this controlling energy. I'm not quite sure what that is. Being cold, being rude, or ruthless, perhaps. There's a weakness there that's going on. Not quite sure who's who, right? In tarot, all roles can be reversed, so I don't know who is who in this energy, but that is what I got. One of you need to decide to step out or kiss and make up. It seems like there's only two options here. That's what I got. Good night, Miss Moonlight. Venus, how does G... What? Does G have a drinking problem? Does G have a drinking problem? Does G have a drinking problem? For Venus, does G have a drinking problem? Remember it is a 9. Let's see. Does G drink almost every day? Does G drink almost every day? The Empress is yes. Why did G lie about doing a job? Why did G lie about doing a job when he didn't? Why did G lie about doing a job when he didn't? With the World in the Dark, it's kind of like failed plans or wasn't able to complete what they needed to complete. Like they feel incomplete. I feel like there's this energy of like they tried but they weren't successful. Not quite sure what that is about. The Six of Pentacles feeling that no matter what they did, they would have been supported anyways. I'm not quite sure where that's coming from. The Seven of Cups, I feel like they had a lot of options or a lot of things going on. Probably just didn't make the best choices in that aspect. Not trying to take his sides or anything, just reading the cards because it's Seven of Cups. Right, having too many options, too many choices, too many things going on, and making a choice, and obviously it was a wrong choice. This is a Pentacles, twice in the light. Whatever it is, they felt like they had a good balance between you and them. They felt like you were gonna back them up on this. Why did he lie? Why did he lie for Venus? Why did G lie? Why did I feel like he tried or thought that he tried, but he was not successful. And I think the reason why he did what he did was he thought that you would back him up. And I'm guessing because you didn't back him up, he didn't know what to do. Death card. Resisting ending things. Why did he lie? Why did he lie? What was he lying about? He didn't know how to get out of it. He was restricted, but I feel like the truth would have made him set him free. I don't know. Yeah. Kind of weird though. Six Pentacles came twice. The Emperor, I feel like he felt like he had more control than maybe he did. Yeah. I don't know. Kind of sucks. Yeah. That's what it was. I feel like he wasn't prepared for the way you responded. That energy is strong. He was not prepared at how you reacted. Yeah. Or I think he felt like you would just put blame on the other thing. I'm not quite sure what the work was. But I feel like he thought that you wouldn't think it was him, it was somebody else's fault. I don't know. Culture. Will I encounter any problems due to my pet at my new apartment? Will culture encounter any problems due to their pet at their new apartment? Will culture have any pet problems at our new apartment? Will culture have any pet problems at our new apartment? I feel like it's a possibility, though. It is a possibility that there's maybe problems with the pet. I'm not quite sure what that is. The Nine of Swords is in the dark. I feel like whatever it is, like find some inner peace. Figure out how to not stress and worry about it, though, right? Nine of Swords is release any fears. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Allow things to unfold naturally. You have the Ten of Cups in the dark, so there may be some issues. I don't know if it's a matter of the landlord or whatever. Saying, hey, you're not supposed to be having any pets here. I don't know how it works where you are, but I know sometimes here some landlords ask for a pet deposit in case your pet destroys anything that they have the money to fix it, whatever that is. But I feel you're gonna have some decisions to make on that of how you're gonna play this out. The Seven of Swords is kind of like you defending yourself. Also being honest, right? This is a matter of like don't get caught, like what Moonbeam says. The Seven of Swords in the dark is like don't get caught in the dark. When it's in the dark, maybe just come and clean and say, hey, I got a new pet. You know, just letting you know, just being all open and honest. The Five of Swords here, defending your reasonings for it. You know, you need some emotional support. Your pet is your new emotional support animal. It's needed for you to survive. I don't know. That is what I got though. It seems to be like you need to not worry about it, not stress about it, be honest about it, stand your ground about why you have it. How will that play out though? Will it play out good? Will it play out good for culture? Will this play out good for culture? The Two of Pentacles. You're going to come to some sort of agreement, you know. Things are going to play out fairly. That's what I got. It's fine. It's funny, we've been applying for a place, and it says limited animals. So I've been writing that we have a dog and one cat because my Beastie and Floppy look exactly the same. So my daughter's like, well, we have two cats. I'm like, but they look the same. So I just think they're seeing double. We just make sure the two cats are in the same room at the same time, and it's fine, right? Right? Same thing. Huh? It's all good. We only have two pets. We don't have three. It's all good. And the hamster, well, the hamster hides in its thing all the time, so it's just an empty cage. There's nothing in there. We promise. So you got it all figured out. It's all good. We only have two. There's nothing to see in the cage. You know, it's empty. As long as nobody shakes a treat bag, then the hamster won't come out. So. Hi, Monica! Let's see here for Dee Dee. How will group meeting be like this week for Dee Dee? How will group meeting be like for Dee Dee? What will group meeting be like for Dee Dee? What will group meeting be like for Dee Dee? What will group meeting be like for Dee Dee this week? For the Page of Cups and the Light, I feel you're getting some good news. Maybe someone's going to be expressing their feelings towards you. Maybe they'll like what you have to share to the group. I don't know. You have the Eight of Cups, so I feel like you're moving forward, making progress, right? I feel this energy of you having some clarity or some visions about what to expect next. Some growth, perhaps. Judgment. You know, there's always judgment, no matter what you do. Everybody has something to say that we don't like, right? But I feel like it's a matter of you making sure that there's no misunderstandings. You know, that you're getting past or not regretting anything, or making sure you don't say or overshare something that you may think you may regret later as well. Be a little mindful. I just feel the sense of to protect yourself, you may want to be a little bit more choosy about which things you share or your choices of words, if that makes any sense. The Ten of Cups is in the dark. You know, it may bring out some, you know, some family issues or some family situations of some sort may come up during this meeting. Or maybe somebody else will have family things, and maybe, you know, be mindful how you respond to that, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know what kind of meeting this is or group thing it is. It's just kind of like reading the cards here. And the Hermit, I think there's going to be some self-reflection and, you know, looking within yourself for some clarity, listening to your inner wisdom, sharing whatever's in there. But also in the sense that you may be also have the opportunity to be a mentor or supportive towards someone else and have the same, that good back and forth kind of energy. So that seems great, right? Monica, don't forget to email me, right? You just ask for a reading. You just do join and get them. It's exclamation mark join just like the regular lives. You just write pendulum. It's a yes or no question. I'll do you a pendulum reading. For Ellen, will Ellen receive my passport before the end of October? Ooh. Do you want Lucky? Lucky. You're hearing things. I don't hear anything. Let's see for Ellen. Will Ellen receive her passport before the end of October? Will Ellen receive her passport before the end of October? The Knight of Pentacles is a no. Well, let's just see what the pendulum had to say about this. Let's just see. Will Monica get or receive her passport before the end of October? Not Monica, sorry, it's wrong energy. Ellen. Well, Ellen. We need Ellen's energy. Will Ellen receive her passport before the end of October? Will Ellen receive her passport before the end of October? Will Ellen receive her passport before the end of October? I feel like it wants to say maybe. I don't know, it seems like maybe yes, maybe yes. Maybe yes is better than no. Unknown. I was really hoping for maybe yes, but now it's unknown. That's annoying. Why is it late? Why will it be late? Why would it be late? Why would it be late? Why would the passport be late? Why would the passport be late? Why would the passport be late? Oh man, the Eight of Wands, Strength card, the Seven of Swords in the dark. Eight of Wands is just kind of like low energy, not a lot of strong energy. Could be just like there's not enough people working to do it. It's tamsyfae@gmail.com. Yeah, because you won the free private reading for me for having 1,000 subscribers. We spun the wheel. If you go on the live stream halfway through, you'll see that you won. Or on the community page. That might be right. Yeah, because I just feel like them just having that there's weakness in their system. So I feel like I don't know. I looking through the person who's supposed to do it may not be there. I don't know. I didn't choose you. It was a robot spinny thing. But I'm glad you won too, Monica. Sunflower won as well, but I haven't seen her since. I don't know what happened to Sunflower. For Bernadette. What spirit has around me? Oh, let's see. What spirit is around Bernadette? 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 Nine of Swords. What spirit is around Bernadette? What spirit is around Bernadette? I feel like there may be two spirits around you. I feel like there's like a male and a female one. But I feel like one of them appears mostly towards you in dreams. Or at night when you're sleeping, because I do feel that energy. The Four of Pentacles is in the dark as well. So I feel like this is an energy that likes to control things. I don't know if you like see the lights flicker once in a while, or you feel like things get moved, or just feel like there's things that don't feel right. I feel like there's one that has that control over to move things unexpectedly. The King of Wands is in the light, so I feel like I don't know if these two are connected, because I feel like they are, because I feel the sense of them very strategic when they show themselves, or when they appear, or when they come into your energy. The Eight of Swords, I feel like this may be an old one that just kind of like lingers around you, or around your home perhaps. I feel like they don't mean any fear or anything. I feel like they're really at peace. They're just lingering. They're just kind of like lost, wandering around. Maybe they feed off of the energy in your home, or they feed off of the energy surrounding them. But that is what I got. Yeah. I feel like none of them mean any harm. They're just kind of like floating around, doing what they do. Yeah. I feel like this one may be a little bit cheeky. You know, if you found things that are missing, or then you find them where you thought that you left them, you know, this could be some sort of fairy energy as well. It could be a fairy. It creeps you out. Oh man. That's what I got. They're just people. You can talk to them like people. You know, if you ask them to leave you alone. They generally do. For Venus, how will G feel about me since I called him out? How does G feel about Venus after she called him out? How is G feeling? How is G feeling after Venus called him out? How is Venus... No. How is G feeling towards Venus after she called him out? Let's see. How is he feeling? I have the card. I think this may be some lingering energy. And try the other cards. I feel like these are all coming back out from Bernadette's reading. How is G feeling about Venus calling him out? How is G feeling with Venus calling him out? Oh my goodness. How is G feeling after Venus called him out? Maybe the other cards are better for this than these ones? I don't know. The Lovers. You know, some people have a thing for women to call them out, and, you know, have that sense of control. I don't know. Eight of Swords kind of makes no sense how he's feeling. You know, I feel like he's very sensitive right now. Is trying to figure out why you're upset, or why you called him out, or why you caught him. He may be a little bit not smart in that area. I don't know. I don't want to say he's not smart, but Strength card is in the dark here, so it seems like he does have a weakness of one way or another. I don't know if it's just a weakness for controlling women. Maybe he has mommy issues. I don't know. But he's definitely not seeing things clearly. You know, there's a lot of clouds going on there, a little bit delusional. You know? Oh, obviously justice was not on his side since he called him out and he didn't get away with it. So, there's that. Let's see. But that doesn't really say how he's feeling. How is G really feeling about Venus calling him out? How is G feeling with him really calling him out here? Okay, well, back to the drawing board. I have to look for a new job now. Go crying to, I don't know who this person is if you can go crying to about getting a new job and saying, well, I had a job and I lost the job and now I need a new one. I don't know. You probably won't say they lost a job that way. He's probably going to make up a better story than what I did, but you know. He's going to try again somewhere else. I don't know. Thinking about it. I don't know. I didn't really get good cards for that, for a better answer. Oh man. You're welcome, Venus. For culture, pendulum. Yes, pendulum reading. Is it worth my time to spruce up my journalism portfolio? Well, yeah, it's always worth your time sprucing up your journalism portfolio. Am I saying that right? Let's see. For culture. Is it worth it for culture to spruce up her journalism portfolio? Is it a good time for culture to spruce up her journaling portfolio? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors who want to come give culture a message with a pendulum? If she should spruce up her portfolio for journalism. Let's see, I feel like it's trying to change directions. Is it a good time for culture to spruce up her journalism? She needs yes or no. Is it a good time for culture to spruce up her journalism? Where is it gonna go? It's like maybe, yes, unknown. No. I think it's between yes and maybe. Somewhere between yes and maybe. Oh, it's going towards unknown. It changed directions. Unknown. It was going between yes and maybe. Now it's going to unknown. I guess it's unknown. Unknown. That's what I got. I feel like it was going towards yes, maybe. So I feel like it's kind of like in between those. Do what your heart tells you. It wasn't a no, so that is a good thing. Moving said it was on yes for quite a while. Okay, so maybe you had a different perspective than me. I don't know. Moonbeam was saying that it was on a yes. I go with the yes too because I feel like it was going between yes and maybe for the longest amount of time. So yeah, it didn't seem to go on the no though, so that's a good one. Monica, good news on the way for the next 7 days. I'll try my best. Be for Monica. We need some good news. We want really, really good news. I always try for the good news, Monica, but you know, the cards, the spirits, the universe, they have their own set of minds of what's happening here. Any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give Monica some really good news? Any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come give Monica some really good news for the next 7 days? Oh, there's a little bit of doubt. Not a little bit. There's a lot of doubtful energy coming through here. So I don't know if this is some self-doubt about having this good news, or if it's just good news coming, but it may take longer than the 7 days. Because you have the Hierophant in the dark, so it's kind of feeling a little bit of that rebel energy trying to come through. So if you're wanting to break from tradition, or you want to break from your scheduling or routine or whatever you normally do and try something new, I feel like that could definitely be a good energy, exploring outside your comfort zone or exploring outside of what your comfort area is. The Lovers is in the dark, so I feel like you're going to be faced with making some decisions about how this is going to play out for you. But I feel like it's a matter of you focusing on your balance and, you know, what your attachments are, what you're attached to, and what you're no longer attached to, and what wiggle room you have to clear some old energy and bring in the new. Because you have the Nine of Wands in the dark as well. So Nine of Wands is kind of like you being defensive, like defending what you believe in, defending what you want to accomplish, defending your energy without giving up and not compromising. So being more strong and more secure in your energy rather than giving into others or giving into, you know, something you don't really want to fight, right? It seems like here you're prepared to fight for all these people over here who, I don't know, they're burning down a forest. But you're still staying strong, right? You're protected behind these sticks. I don't know for how long, but there's that. Money coming in, I don't see any money coming in right now. We can clarify though. Is there money coming in? Because I feel like you're not as confident in your energy as you should be. Your Magician is in the dark, so I feel like you need to be more determined, more passionate, more steady on defending your position a little bit more. You have the Seven of Wands in the dark as well, so, you know, there's things are going to be challenging, but yeah, I feel like it is a matter of you standing your ground, setting some clear boundaries. Is there money coming in for Monica? Is there money coming in for Monica? You stop thinking, oh, that's good energy. Yeah. The Knight of Swords. So, yeah, I feel that boost of ambition, that boost of getting up and going after what you truly desire, right? The Knight of Swords, he moves fast. He doesn't think twice, makes bold moves, very ambitious, very focused, very persuasive, and persistent in his energy. And, you know, like the Seven of Wands here, doesn't compromise, doesn't give in, stands his ground. So there's some good energy there with that. What does Monica need to know about this Knight of Swords energy? Right? Stand your ground. The Five of Swords. You know, being very picky about what battles you're going to get yourself into and keep moving. Overcoming any past conflicts or challenges and just moving forward. With some positive light, there's definitely going to be challenges. This Chariot. But you're still moving forward. You know, beginning a new journey. Beginning some new things, even though there's obstacles to overcome. They're getting there. Right? All these cards have opportunity to turn into the light. It's a matter of going through it and making the best decisions you can. Dee, will I hear from my house this year or next year? You're welcome, Monica. Remember, you can ask more questions on member readings. For Dee, will Dee hear from my housing this year or next year? Will Dee hear from her housing this year? Will Dee hear from her housing this year? Will Dee hear from her housing this year? The Strength card. I feel like it's a strong possibility, but it's still up in the air. Will Dee hear from the housing next year? Will Dee hear from the housing next year? The Six of Pentacles, I feel like you will, because there's a good give and take there. And I feel like there will be a sense of relief. So I feel like definitely by next year, but it's a possibility this year. But definitely next year. So I feel like if it's that close, it could be like January, perhaps, just because it seems to be good on both ends. But that's what I got. Bernadette, podcast energy. What's the energy of Bernadette's podcast? What is the energy around Bernadette's podcast? What is the energy of Bernadette's podcast? What is the energy around Bernadette's podcast? Oh man, the Two of Pentacles in the dark. Two of Pentacles in the dark, I feel like there's some decisions you need to make regarding where the podcast is going. So I don't know if you have two ideas or you're trying to juggle around or what's going on there. But I just feel the sense of whatever you choose, making sure that you're organized in a sense that it won't overwhelm you. Because I feel like if you do, then there's a chance of some positive energy, right? With the sun, looking in some inner child energy, some possibilities of fun and entertaining things that are more enlightening and more enlightenment, and more transformative and enthusiastic, and things that people can feel excited about, especially around um happy things and that sort of thing as well. The Queen of Cups is in the light, so I feel like it's a matter of you being not just emotionally supportive towards others, but allowing others to emotionally support you through this as well. And you coming out of your shell a little bit more, right? The Hermits in the dark, so coming out of your shell, embracing the energy of you being different and not like other podcasts, and coming up with new ideas, more positive ideas, it seems. The Ten of Wands is in the dark too, so it's kind of like, um, don't put more on your plate than what you have. Like, don't carry more sticks than what you can carry, kind of thing. Do what is reasonable for you, that doesn't overwhelm you. That's what I got. But maybe just try to make one podcast a week instead of every day. Like, just an example of the energy is coming through. Yeah, it's kind of like focusing on that balance of things that are positive for you to talk about, as well as doesn't overwhelm you. Scheduling wise, I feel like that's what it was picking up on. Venus is G's karmic connection. Is G a karmic connection? Let's see. Is G a karmic connection for Venus? Is G a karmic connection for Venus? Is G a karmic connection for Venus? That's old energy. Let's see. Is G a karmic connection for Venus? Is G a karmic connection for Venus? The sun seems to indicate yes, with the sun coming out. That sense of vitality and energy. I would say it's some sort of connection between the two of you. I'm not quite sure exactly what it would be. The Five of Wands is in the dark as well. So I feel like there's this resilience, this survival mindset that the two of you have, or G has, that may be, contagious of some sorts. of you coming around or being more easy on him than you should be. I don't know. Justice is in the dark as well, so I feel like it's some sort of karma. Um, I don't know if the karma is coming towards G for what he did towards you, or if this energy of the two of you having this interaction right now together is some sort of karmic type of thing. The Four of Swords is also in the dark. So I feel like there's also this energy of this kind of like strengthening your awakening or strengthening your inner power of knowing who you can trust and who you can't kind of thing as well, trying to come true. The Four of Pentacles, you being more possessive of your time and energy and proactive rather than waiting too long to figure things out in the long run. So I feel like there's a bunch of things coming on with this energy. Yeah. I don't really feel like it's here to teach you, but I feel like it's here to awaken some sort of inner powers that you already have, like knowing and picking up that this person is not as honest as you initially thought, and you're catching on quicker than maybe you would have had in the past, if that makes any sense. Some sort of test, maybe more than a lesson. But I feel like you're on point of it. You're very more open and possessive of the time and energy that you have, and more in tune with it, it seems. That's what I got. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what seems to be coming through. Culture. I have learned everything I need to learn from my connection to be, or is it going showing me a wound I haven't healed from? Let's see for culture. For culture. Has culture learned everything they need to know about their connection to be? Has culture learned everything they need to learn from their connection with be? The Four of Cups is a possibility, but it's not a yes or a no. What's going on with culture's connection to be? These ones want to come up. The Four of Cups, I feel like it's a possibility that you have learned everything you need to know from your connection with B. I do feel that. I feel like this sense of frustration, not really wanting to accept how things are, kind of you pulling back a little bit on whatever the connection is. There is the Nine of Pentacles in the dark as well. So I feel like the two of you are kind of connected one way or another, because you're not, you're not independent. The Nine of Pentacles is not in the light, so you're not independent enough not to feel or embrace this connection. It seems to be a good connection because the Nine of Cups is in the light. It may not feel that way, but it seems to be a good connection. But it's up to you to choose the positive side of it rather than the negative kind of thing. With the Devil in the dark as well, it's kind of like if you don't want this connection anymore, you're the one that needs to release them from you. You know? I also feel the sense of you reclaiming your power and shutting down or stopping any negativity between you and B, if there is any. Yeah, the judgment here though, so it's a matter of you making the best judgment using your discernment or whatever it is about your connection. If you want to stick with this energy, if you want to turn your Nine of Pentacles in the light and break this cycle, or focus more on the positive side of things than the negative and keep it going. I feel like you're the one that needs to make that judgment call, or cut things off or learn to live with it. But I just feel like there's this energy of some sort of redemption. I don't know if this is like this redemption from like a past life energy, because I feel like the decision is kind of like yours to make. What does culture really need to know about this energy? Wheel of Fortune, so kind of like going against the cycle of things, right? I feel like there's been some unseen setbacks between your connection as well. So maybe the connection isn't quite done yet. Not that it's positive, just that it's not done yet. The hangman is in the dark as well. So I feel like there's this energy of some sort of shift of perspective maybe coming for you and trying to figure out what it is. Because I feel like right now you're just stalling for time until you have that clarity of what's going on here. Is this showing culture a wound they haven't healed from? Is this showing culture a wound they haven't healed from? These were all face down, but this one was face up. And it seems to be a strong yes with the sun energy, that it is showing you a wound that you haven't healed from. So yeah. That is what I got. You're welcome, culture. Monica. Pendulum. Am I activated with light language? Am I actually possessing and channeling it? And if possible, what tarot cards has to say? Alright, let's see. So you're asking about activating your light language like a light worker? Monica? Are you asking like for light language? Is that like being a light worker? Possibly, right? Let's see for Monica. Okay, yeah. Is Monica activated with light language, light worker? Is Monica activated with light language and as a light worker? Is Monica activated with light language as a light worker? I think it's going towards yes. I think it's saying yes. As a light worker, yeah, I think it's saying yes. Let's see what the cards say. Is Monica actually possessing and channeling light worker energy? Is Monica actually channeling and possessing light worker energy? Ten of Swords in the Dark says no. We'll ask it again. Is Monica actually possessing? I guess we should do it with these, eh? We did it with that. There's two questions with that, and then get pendulum. Yeah. It was a no. It was not a strong no because it was in the dark. Let's see here. Is Monica possessing and channeling light worker energy? Is Monica channeling and possessing light worker energy? Is Monica channeling or possessing light worker energy? Language. Seems to be unknown. Get my hand in that. Seems to be going towards unknown. We'll see what the cards have to say. Light language. See for the cards. We want an energy reading for Monica. Is Monica possessing and channeling in light language? The swords in the dark again. What does Monica need to know about this energy? What does Monica need to know about this energy? I think when I first pulled out the cards before, it was either the 9 or the 10 of swords in the dark, right? And those are the 9 and the 10 in the dark is kind of the same as the ace of swords, because it's always things coming to an end with a new beginning. But the ace of swords is like beginning, but it's in the dark, so it's kind of like you gaining more information, more learning. So I feel like you are tapping into this possessive are possessing the channeling energy, but I feel like it's kind of like still at a learning curve, that you're still working on awakening those abilities and focusing on them. Because I feel like it's a matter of you focusing on the balance between that and your mundane life kind of thing. The Seven of Wands, as well as like you awakening to the sense where you truly believe that you have the gift to be able to work with it and embrace it and use it, right? Then you have the 10 of Pentacles in the light as well. So it's kind of like having this natural grounding energy to embrace this awakening. Yeah, yeah, I'm familiar with the light worker's energy. Yeah, there's different ones. They're not all the same though. A light worker is a light worker. A Reiki is a Reiki, and energy readers are energy reader. I know some people try to combine them all into one, but it's all different things. Yeah, I feel like the cards are kind of indicating that you're kind of in between a yes and a no for that answer. Because I feel like there's still things that you're coming into an understanding with. You are trying to find your balance between being a light worker, using the light language, and balancing the mundane world as well, right? So I feel like that will bring out this energy of you being defensive and protecting both sides of you, but also learning how to adapt to them differently at different times. The 10 of Pentacles to grounding yourself between the two. 4 of Cups is awakening, right? Because the 4 of Cups indicates that you have powers that you haven't quite tapped into, or you haven't noticed that you have the abilities for. Yeah, yeah, you're kind of like in between the two still. So it's kind of like focusing on grounding yourself, trying to figure out the balance between the two. You know, when I'm home, I play witch. When I'm out in society, I play human. Right? It's finding that balance and being okay with it. Trying to figure out what's going on here. You know? Sometimes you go out in public and you're able to play witch, like yesterday when I went to farmer's market. There was lots of witches there. They were trying to hide that they were witches, but you know, a witch can see another witch. um, so, yeah. It's just you figuring out that balance and allowing yourself to awaken what you need to awaken. Didi, what is coming for me the whole month of September? Let's see for Didi. What is coming in for Didi the whole month of September? What's going on the first week of September for Didi? What's happening the first week of September for Didi? Ooh, the first week, the Chariot, moving forward, crushing obstacles as they come. I feel that for you. I feel like You're going to be more confident, more driven, more in control over what's going on in September. What's happening for Dee the second month of September? Ooh, the second week may be a little bit more challenging. You know, things may get a little bit chaotic here. So I feel like there may be some changes. You may want to resist the change or fear the change, but it seems to be coming anyways. I feel like whatever that is for you is just a matter of you going with the flow, just surrendering to the universe, and keep having this chariot energy of blowing over the obstacles as they come. What's happening for Dee the third week of September? Ooh, strength! Listening to your inner animal instincts. Boosting that sense of confidence like you're having with the chariot here. You know, you may have a little slip up the second week, but, you know, third week you're back in the game, so everything's good. What's going on for the fourth week of September? What's going on for the fourth week of September? Apparently, the Page of Wands, some more good news are happening. I lost all my cards. But for the fourth week, you do have the Page of Wands. So some good news. This good news could be about something exciting, something flirty, maybe someone asking you on a date, or just something to be excited about or dress up for, or that sort of thing. Whatever it is, I feel like you're going to embrace that, right? I feel like you come up with new ideas, feel more inspired, more enthusiastic, more playful and flirty in your energy. So that's what I got. Lucky. It's okay, Lucky. It was just a trick. It was just a trick. You can't chase the trick. Lucky. Hey. Lucky. Oh, crazy bug. Lucky. Hey, stop. Lucky. Oh my god, he's crazy. He's barking at nothing. Lucky. Moonbeam says he has closed the list. Alice, what is the energy surrounding my Mackenzie interview? Let's see, what is going on? My nose is itchy. I'm gonna get a fool or something. For Alice, what is the energy surrounding Alice Mackenzie interview? How will I feel like the energy around you right now is 9 of Cups, right? Dreams are happening. What is the energy around Alice's interview? How will the interview go? How will the Mackenzie interview go based on her current progress? How will the Mackenzie interview go based on Alice's current progress? Oh, Lucky is being a butt cheek. He's trying to take BC's place tonight, it seems. I think it's gonna go well, right? You have the 9 of Cups, so making your dreams happen. So if you want this interview to go well, it's gonna go well. The 2 of Pentacles, I feel like you're gonna manage yourself really well. You're making progress, right? 2 of Pentacles, you may have to juggle things around. You may have to be a little bit flexible or more adaptable to whatever the interviewers are doing or saying or what's going on there. The 6 of Wands, that badass success, right? That sense of celebration. Right? Page of Cups is in the dark, so I don't know if it's a matter of them delaying telling you how it went or delaying the progress. You know, maybe some delayed communication here with the Page of Cups. Page of Cups in the dark is kind of the mixed feelings. It could be some disappointments, but let's see what's going on with the Page of Cups in the dark. Why is the Page of Cups in the dark? Why is the Page of Cups in the dark? The Sun. So I don't know if the interview is going to go well, but not getting exactly the position you wanted, or not getting the amount of hours. I'm not quite sure what the disappointments would be because everything else seems very good. You also have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is like, you know, working hard, being nurturing, being resourceful, responsible, putting care and passion to your work. So I feel like mostly it's all going really well. Not quite sure what the little challenge is going to be between the Page of Cups and the Sun card being in the dark there. That is what it got. It seems like there's a lot of success, but there could also be some sort of disappointment. So I'm not quite sure what that would be for you. That is what I got. Bernadette! Let's see for Bernadette. Sleeping arrangements energy. It's been a struggle. Let's see for Bernadette. What does Bernadette need to know about the energy around her sleeping arrangements energy? What's the energy around Bernadette's sleeping arrangement? What is the energy? You're welcome, Alice. What is going on with Bernadette's sleeping arrangements energy? Since it's been a struggle. What's going on with the sleeping situation? For the Nine of Swords in the dark, I feel like, you know, I feel like sleep is going to start to get better, right? Because I feel the sense of you being less stressy, less anxious. You know, sleeping seems to be wanting to return. I just feel the sense of you embracing some sort of inner peace. There is the Empress in the dark as well. So even though some things may feel a little bit easier, a little bit more sensible towards you, I feel like there's still some things that are going to be tough to let go of. I just feel there's a sense of either trust issues or some sort of thing that's not really settling well with you that may be disturbing your energy to sleep. The Queen of Pentacles is also in the dark here. So I feel like there's this energy of I don't know if it's a matter of not being open to new ideas or new situations or what's going on there. My cats keep waking me up. Adrian. Partner doesn't want to share space. Oh man. That's tough. Mr. Maurice, I could do you at the end. Moonbeam, can you put Mr. Maurice at the end? Because I think Moonbeam closed the list, but I will do you at the end. I'm almost done, Mr. Maurice. Yeah, I'm not sure. Does seem to be a disturbance there. You completely left your room. Yeah, it's a tough one. Cats are a tough one to sleep with. I can't sleep with cats either. That's why, yeah, I closed my door. Is it a possibility to sleep with your child? Because I lived with my ex for years, and I slept with my kids. I didn't sleep with my ex at all. I slept in my kid's room. He slept in his own room for years. And it just worked for us back then. Until it didn't, right? But it did work for us for years to me sleeping with the kids. And they weren't little. I slept with my kids till my son was like 13. But I know it's not for everybody, but let's just see what's going on here for Bernadette. Yeah, you have to figure out how to end that. Figure out a solution to end your sleepless nights. Changing your perspective a little bit, changing the way you do the cycle of things. The Four of Swords, letting go of something. Yeah, Four of Swords, strengthening your focus. Changing things around there a little bit. But that is what I got. Yeah. Yeah, for a while my kids were kids. We had a bedroom that the whole bedroom was just beds. There was no walk space. It was just all bed. You go in the room, it was all bed. You just had to crawl into your bed and that was it. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to survive. For Venus, general reading for Venus. What does Venus need to know right now? What does Venus need to know right now in general? The Eight of Cups want to come out, and the Magician, and the Judgment. What's going on here? What is all this energy that Venus needs to focus on right now? Oh, for the Eight of Cups and a Light, I feel like you're moving forward. Like I felt that earlier too, right? Moving forward in this new self-awakening. I feel the sense of you releasing things that are no longer serving you, but also embracing this new sense of you or this new sense of awakening. The Magician is in the dark. I feel like there's still some things that you haven't tapped into yet that you need that you're learning to tap into though. I feel like they're coming. It's just a matter of you trusting, the divine kind of thing with the judgment here. Just you listening to your inner calling, allow your soul to do this awakening that is doing, but also use your discernment as you go through this transformation. Things may be getting a little bit tougher before they get easier. And a lot of times when we're going through a spiritual awakening, um, it's easy to fall into depression because you don't know what's going on here. So a lot of people fall into depression instead of embracing the spiritual awakening and going with it. The Two of Pentacles is kind of like you making that decision of how you're going to embrace this change, this energy. If you're keeping positive, it's going to be positive. If you allow the awakening to drain you in a negative way, then it will. The spiritual awakenings can be physically draining. But not everyone experiences the same way, so it all depends. There's not just one clear way on how to have a spiritual awakening. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're moving forward. The Eight of Cups is in the dark here, but it's probably meant to be in the light because it is in the light there. You embracing, you won't get a lot of pat on the back. Hey, Venus, you're going through a spiritual awakening. Here's some flowers or something. It's kind of like you embracing this own personal achievement here and celebrating yourself. I feel like you will get some good news and good feedback from whatever else is going on in your life that seems to be wanting to move to a more positive light. You're tapping into some talents that you haven't used, maybe work wise as well, not just spiritual. Embracing some of this moon energy as well, unraveling some truths about yourself or truths about your situation that you didn't realize before may come to light as well. But that's what I got. Makes sense? That is awesome. Culture. Guidance and advice for claiming my independence from being. Let's see. Can we get some spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come give culture a message or advice for claiming their independence from being? Is there any spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to come and give culture advice on gaining their independence from being? All these cards want to come out. So let's just see here. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is about figuring out where you stand. It's like the Ten of Pentacles is like the tree of life. You start at the roots and you work your way up. So starting at the bottom of the situation between you and B and working your way up on how to release them from your energy and to regain or reclaim your independence. The Hermit is kind of like expressing what you express, not hold everything in. It's not time for self-reflection. It's time for exposing your thoughts and feelings and ideas towards B about what you need to release within you towards them. The temperance is in the dark as well. So finding where your heart, mind, heart, soul is in order to move forward. It could be just a matter of taking that time for some looking into your inner wisdom with the hermit as well, but also about how to express yourself in a way that is respectful, not anything extreme or anything, because I feel like there's some choices you need to make about yourself and their relationship. You have the King of Swords in the dark as well. So, I feel like B may tell you all kinds of things to persuade you that you're wrong, or, I feel like there maybe even be some gaslighting coming through here to make you feel like you're powerless and you don't have the control that you do, but you do have the control. You're the Queen of Pentacles here, so you have full control, despite what B may say to you or try whatever game it's trying to play here. And the choice is yours to make that decision. Or the Lovers. Yeah, it's kind of like detaching your feelings a little bit and just kind of like getting off what's on your mind, out of your mind, and where it needs to be. Queen of Pentacles, standing your ground, being grounded and resourceful in your energy about how you're gonna claim back your power. But I think it's more about you boosting your ego, boosting your strength, saying what you gotta say, set those boundaries, and gain that independence. Right? It could be just a matter of disconnecting from B and spacing yourself from them and finding your own way, finding your own people to connect with. What is it? Monica, does my mom regret for being unfair to me and her next actions for me? Let's see. Does Monica's mom regret being unfair to Monica? Is there any spirits, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, or fae that want to tell Monica Great spirit, guides, or ancestors, or angels, or fae that want to give Monica a message about if her mom regrets being unfair to Monica. The Two of Swords wanted to come out. What is Monica's mom's next actions towards Monica? What is Monica's next actions towards Monica? The Two of Swords, I feel like your mom is still trying to process whatever is going on between you and your mom. I feel like she's still processing what was unfair, what she could have did differently, what went wrong. Like I feel all these ideas are still in her mind. I feel like she has an idea. She feels like she has some sort of clarity or focus of some sorts, but I feel like she's still kind of being blinded by the truth and not really sure of anything, right? The Two of Swords, she hasn't really made a decision, but I feel like she's kind of blinded from the truth of what exactly happened there. For the Eight of Cups in the dark as well, I feel like there's this energy of your mom possibly, her next actions would be to just abandon this, not really abandon, but like not move forward, just kind of like keep things as they are. Two of Pentacles in the light as well, so I feel like your mom is struggling with balancing their priorities with fixing things with you and keeping up with everything else that your mom has going on. But it seems like she's just going to keep doing what she's doing, moving forward, facing the challenges as they come. That's what I got though. So I feel like it's not a yes or no if she has regrets. She's just kind of like she's still trying to process the whole thing. That's what I got. I can do you, Alice, and then I'm done after Alice. Put in your question, Alice. I'll do you after Mr. Maurice. Mr. Maurice, hello. Mr. Maurice is taking an unscheduled day off tomorrow. Woohoo, that is exciting. Sometimes you need just a day for yourself. Do the cards see me having issues when I return? Let's see. For Mr. Maurice. Will Mr. Maurice have any issues when they return? Will Mr. Maurice have any issues when they return to work after taking an unscheduled day off? Will Mr. Maurice have any issues when they return to work after having an unscheduled day off? Will Mr. Maurice have any problems with having an unscheduled day off tomorrow? The Queen of Pentacles is in the light, so I feel like you will have the respect for taking the day off. Like, I feel when you return, you will get that respect, right? The Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like the work situation, like, I feel like the people at your work do care how much you do care about the work. You may not always feel like you do, but they see that you do. The Temperance, I feel like your mind, heart, and soul may be a little bit on edge, maybe just from the stresses or worries of feeling like you don't want to have any issues. But I feel like it's a matter of just, you know, avoiding any hasty moves, just kind of embrace whatever's going on there, because I feel like it's hard to replace you, right? I feel like whatever work you do there, it's not easy for the others to go on without you, even though it seems like they probably could, but it seems like there might be a little bit of an imbalance there because of the Temperance. But for the Seven of Cups, I feel like you may have options, or you may see what choices or things when you return that could be positive, right? The Seven of Pentacles, sorry, the Seven of Cups is a positive card. The Seven of Pentacles is like having patience, evaluate the situation, see what was missed, see how you can pick up pace with whatever you may have been left behind for you while you were away. For the Star in the Dark, I feel like there may be there may have been a missed opportunity, or there may be something a little bit disappointing that you weren't prepared for when you come back. Not quite sure what that is, but overall it does seem positive, you know? I feel like there's this energy where you may have to pick up the pace, or pick up the, I don't know, the workload or whatever that could possibly be there when you return after your day off. But, you know, the sun's in the light, right? So have faith. Things are going to be happy. Things are going to be positive overall. Yeah. That is what I got. So yeah, I think it'll go well. I think it's just having that confidence. Be prepared for the unexpected though, so things don't get a little bit too stressy. Overall, it seems like it'll go well. It'll be okay. Do I still see, will Mr. Maurice be getting a promotion? Will Mr. Maurice get the promotion? Pentacles. It's in the dark though, so it's not strong, no, it's in the dark. Will the attendance affect Mr. Maurice's promotion? Will the attendance affect Mr. Maurice's promotion? I feel like it's a slight possibility, but I'm not really saying it's a strong yes though. Because the Five of Pentacles is in the dark. So Five of Pentacles is like, be resilient. Have that survival mindset. You know, stay calm under pressure. Don't allow whatever conflicts or tension that may come of this affect your energy. Just be positive and keep moving forward. The Knight of Wands is also in the dark, so it's kind of like, you know, defend your reasoning. Make sure you have a reason for what you do, and be okay with it. The Eight of Pentacles is in the dark as well, so I feel like, you know, things may be moving slow, but it's not like a hard. Let's see. Is there any good advice? Is there any good advice that we can give to Mr. Maurice about how this may affect the promotion or attendance? We'll use this card. How could this possibly affect the attendance or the promotion? Oh, the Devil card. I feel like it's really important for you to keep your patience and yourself under control, not to get upset about it or stressed about it. Because I feel, you know, stress is, you know, I don't know to call that. You know, like when you're scared of a dog, the dog can smell fear. So I feel like if you're stressed, you know, the work people can feel the stress. So making sure that you're calm, cool, and collective. And I feel like they will change your perspective. And I feel like it'll still be a possibility. Um, yeah, I feel like it may affect your attendance, but I feel like it could easily not affect it, depending how, you know, how things play out when you return. If that makes any sense, but that's what I got. You're welcome, Mr. Maurice. Alice, how does RJ feel about losing me? How does RJ feel about losing Alice? How does RJ feel about losing Alice? How does RJ feel about losing Alice? Oh, the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. I feel like right now he's in defensive mode. Like, it's not his fault. It's the universe. It's you. It's, you know. But I feel like at the same time, with the Knight of Swords in the dark, they feel a little temperamental. Like, they may be okay with it. They may not be okay with it. They may miss you. They, you know, like their energy, their feelings are all over the place. Not really their feelings. I feel like they're not really in tune with their feelings. It's more about what's going on in their mind. They feel like they're replaying things in their mind over and over and over again. The King of Swords is in the dark as well. So I feel like they're being very cynical about the whole thing. Maybe, you know, replay that maybe they should have did things a little bit differently, but at the same time, they feel like they're the ones that are in control anyways. You know, the Seven of Wands is in the dark too, so I feel like they know they pushed you away. They know that they weren't able to compromise through whatever the energy was between the two of you. Does RJ know that Alice blocked him? Does RJ know that Alice blocked him? The Emperor's Yes card. Has RJ tried to contact Alice? Has RJ tried to contact Alice? The Hangman. The Hangman's in the light. The Hangman is a no card, so I don't feel like they tried to contact you. No, but they seem to think that they know that they blocked you. Maybe they blocked you as well as you blocked them. I don't know. But they have not tried to contact you, no. That is what I got. And thank you for being a member for a year, Alice. I wanted to say that too. Thank you. Can't believe it's been 12 months already. I appreciate that, Alice. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, so hope everybody has a good night. I'll be back for free readings tomorrow. So, yeah. Hope y'all have a great night, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all. I wish you good luck, Mr. Maurice. I hope everything goes well for you. Yeah, hope everyone has a good night. Thank you, everyone. Bye. See you tomorrow or next time. Bye, everyone. Good night.